episode, we're going to be talking about the Lamborghini company. We're going to be starting with the oldest Lamborghini, the Miura. Okay, they hated Ferrari, so they were actually a tractor company at first, and Lamborghini is known for making cars that are named after bulls. Okay, this does sound funny, I literally mean it. So, first car they made was the Miura. This was a car with eyelashes, I'm not even joking. The carbon fiber, I think that's what it was. The carbon fiber eyelashes made it look like it was a talking car, which was hilarious. And the car was pretty fast with a V12. It made around 475 horsepower, around 480 horsepower, but it was fast. And the creator of Lamborghini wanted a reliable engine. But guess what the guy who made the engine did? An unreliable race engine. Next car is the Countach. In my opinion, this is one of the coolest Lamborghinis. And the Countach was basically just a trapezoid. It was just a car made of trapezoids, basically. It was so 70s and 80s, but personally, I just want to talk about the 1989 Lamborghini Countach 25th Anniversary Edition. This was the coolest Lamborghini. Instead of a 370 horsepower V12, this Lamborghini Countach would use a V12 with 450 horsepower. So I would rather buy this one. And this one really truly is amazing. This car was so fast it would rip your face off. Okay, I don't mean that literally, but you get what I mean. This car is awesome. The interior was a bunch of squares. The doors had 2 separate windows. It was just awesome. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this car, so next car is the Diablo. Now this car is the follow-up to the somewhat dinky Countach. This car is just amazing as well. But the problem with the Diablo was that the front was thinner than the rear. So just because the front can fit inside a garage space doesn't mean the back will. So this is kind of a bummer. But fast forward to 1999, sorry. But in 2000, Audi made the front wider, about the same length as the rear. So the fender flares just looked awesome. And it was cool. It had 500 horsepower. It had 500 horsepower. That was the base Diablo. But the ultimate Diablo was the Diablo SV, which is super veloce. And right now I'm holding an Aventador SV, super veloce, of course. So the Diablo SV is the ultimate Diablo. It was the cheapest back in the 90s, or the 2000s, sorry. Back in the 90s, the Diablo SV was the ultimate Diablo. It had 600 horsepower, a 6-liter V12. It was the cheapest Diablo back in the 90s. I'm sorry I'm just going back in time here, but I'm sorry. This car is awesome. Next up, in about 2005, they created the Lamborghini Murcielago. Or Murcielago. Forget it. I know the correct pronunciation. It's Murcielago. This car was this car caused every non-car guy to call every Lamborghini ever the Batmobile. I don't know why, but it's because it was featured in the movie The Dark Knight. Okay, that's a Batman movie. I'm sorry, my voice trembled right there. I was just trying to go for a dark voice, but here we go. So the Murcielago was basically the coolest Lamborghini from now, but I'm going to get into some cooler Lamborghinis later. This Murcielago was cool. It had about 500 horsepower, so it was awesome still. So it was really awesome. I loved it. When I saw this thing, it was cool. There was also a car called the Murcielago LP640. LP640 means 640 horsepower. And this car is just all up. Okay, that's enough of the... Sorry, I went so... Next is the Aventador. The Aventador, I know this is going to be a long episode, but sorry. So, we're going to be talking about the Aventador now. So, the regular Aventador made 691 horsepower. This was fast, I know, but let's get into the next one. The Aventador SV. This one has 740 horsepower. It's described as the show-stopping V12 monster. Okay, I'm just going to talk about the evolution. So, next is the Aventador S, which is my least favorite Aventador, I gotta say, because that's dry exhaust, Type R's lost brother, so never mind. The SVJ, the ultimate Aventador, with 760 horsepower. Finally, our last car of today, let me just go over here, the Lamborghini Huracan. This is my favorite Lambo, so this is the last car. With 610 horsepower, 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10. It's just awesome. All-wheel drive, insanely fast lap times. And by the way, speaking of lap times, we gotta talk about the Huracan Evo and the Performante. I'll start with the Performante. This was just a regular Aventador with more power, more downforce, more everything. And the more ultimate version, the Evo, was the same but with 10 more horsepower. I know it doesn't sound like much, but 10 more horsepower is very important when you're going around a track, which is just awesome. So that was the last car of today. Okay, I know I forgot the years in this episode, but it would be very long. I have to end this video here. The years will get its own episode, I promise. This was Captain Adam. Bye. Stay tuned.